There are a lot of board games out there, but there are 10 that are essential for my collection. All of the games on my list are exciting for a newcomer or a gamer alike. I'm the gamer, they're exciting for me. I'm going to tell you how these games work and how they're played, and then I'm going to tell you why these games are on my list. Let's start with the essential Euro game. That was the hardest category to pick a game from. I had Wondrous Creatures, Puerto Rico, and Wingspan as contenders. But Wingspan is the one that flew into my collection. Well, it was on my collection, into my essential list is what I meant. Whoa. Wingspan is for 1 to 5 players, medium weight, and takes 60 to 90 minutes to play. But before I tell you why it's on my essential list, let's see how it plays. Welcome to the glorious hobby of bird watching. Well, you'll be watching those glorious birds that will give you victory points. Also, their eggs. So how do you get to watch those birds and get points for them or their special abilities? Well, by playing them onto your board. There are resources that you need to pay, and then place them on your board. Each turn you will either play a bird card, gain food to play more bird cards, lay eggs on the played bird cards, or draw more bird cards to play later. Wingspan is on my essentials list because it's visual appealing, it's accessible rules-wise, yet strategic, and it's a good segue to more heavier Euro games that JT might have had on his list, right, Mr. Sykes?
Yes, sir.
Exactly. Talking about segues, let's talk about the essential light game on my list. My essential light game is going to be Survive the Island. That is 100% the oldest game on this list. It's as old as me, or even older. I know, impossible. But it is for 2 to 5 players, takes an hour to play, and it's light, duh, because it's the category. This island is full of treasure. Your treasure hunters have full pockets of those treasures. There's just one problem. The island is sinking, and the monster is attacking, and will you survive? On your turn, you will move your little treasure hunters around, trying to escape. Then you will sink the island. Of course, you're gonna pick the tiles with other treasure hunters there. And then by far the best thing is to roll the die and move the monsters. Yum, 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 yum. Each of the treasure hunters are worth a certain amount of points, but only then if they escape to these islands in the corners of the board. To keep the game fresh, the board is set up differently each time you play. Each of the tiles you take from the island have special abilities, and the game comes with 3 cute little monsters that eat people in different ways. This game has stood the test of time. This is the 3rd time I've bought it because it's the best edition so far, and it is super aggressive. I love aggressive games with a ton of interaction. No other game has so many dead people in it, maybe except Moon Colony Bloodbath. But let's talk about less bloodbaths and more about the medium game on my list. The essential medium game has arrived on this list. Heat is for 1 to 6 players, it's medium weight, again, duh, and it takes around an hour to play. Let's see how it plays. This is the last time I'm gonna use this sound because this is a racing game where the goal is to be the first one to cross the finish line. In this dynamic racing game, you're gonna put your car into gear, play as many cards, and then wait for other players to do the same. Once everyone has selected their cards, you're gonna flip them up and move your car as many spaces. I lied! But it's not always easy, because when you're driving, you have to check the speed of the corner, because if you take them too fast, you're gonna spin out. Heat is a resource in this game, which you have to use wisely, because if you run out of it, it's gonna be hard catching up. And that's just the basic game, but you can add weather conditions, sponsorships, upgraded race cards, and even play a championship. Heat is on my list because it is exciting to play. Playing those cards, taking those corners is always exciting. It can be played with up to 6 players, and it is great for non-gamers and gamers alike. Another game that is great for both is a co-op game. I'm not a huge fan of co-op games, but some do slip through the cracks and I really love them. And Gang has become one of my favorite games, period, and definitely my favorite co-op game. It's for 3 to 6 players, takes 20 minutes to play, and it is quite light. If you know how to play poker, you know how to play Gang, but let me show you anyway. Imagine Texas Hold'em poker, but played cooperatively. What that means, we need to rank our hands in ascending order without talking. Each round, you will get new cards, and based on those new cards, you have to re-rank your hand. At the end of the last round, if you ranked all the hands correctly, you win the round. Win 3 rounds, win the game. If you lose 3 rounds, you lose the game. They say all the ingenious things are usually very simple, and this is one of those cases. They just took poker and made it cooperative. And who doesn't know how to play poker? Most people do. And I've even played with people who don't, and they still enjoyed the gang. Next on the list is the essential legacy/story game, which for me is the Cozy Sticker Wheel. Cozy Sticker Wheel is for 1 to 6 players, takes an hour to play, and is very light. I played it with my sons. This is actually a very weird one because I can't show much of it. A lot of it is spoilers. The sticker book is full of stickers that you don't want to see and it's full of spoilers. The storybook is full of spoilers. But the basic premise is this: your dad gave you this land and you need to develop it. And you do that by going through 10 different years. All you do is draw a card, choose something from it that will drive the story, tell you which stickers you can glue on, and then that card becomes an action that is available for you to do onwards. And you just go through these actions, go through these cards, and get to an end. This is one of those games where you can't lose, but you really much are going to enjoy the experience. And this game introduces a lot of small things that I haven't seen anywhere. Also, there's a backstory. This is one of my favorite designers, and he has designed games like Star Wars Rebellion, Rune Wars, and other big games. So this is kind of a different form for him, but it's a great game. One of my favorite board game genres is war game, and this is my essential war game on the list. Memoir 44 is a 2-player war game that takes an hour to play per scenario, and it is very light war game. It is one of my favorite board... What is this, Mr. Cyrus? Why is there a war game already here? I'll tell you why, because this system is used in many different war games. Star Wars? History. Which one would you choose, Mr. Cyrus? Wrong! You should choose... Oh, you didn't say anything. Which one would you choose?
Star Wars.
Star Wars! I'm surprised. It doesn't matter if you choose the sci-fi setting or the historic setting, the game is played the same way. First, you will choose a scenario, then set up the board according to scenario, and then try to defeat your enemy. All you do on your turn is play a card which tells you where you can activate units and how many of those you can activate. When you activate a unit, you can move it, and then you can attack with it. To win, you need to get a certain amount of points, which you get for eliminating other players' units or controlling certain objectives on the board. So is Star Wars just a reskin of Memoir 44? No! Each game has their own unique units, unique cards, and unique game mechanisms. I know how to pronounce it. So they're very similar, but have their unique characteristics. Whichever you pick, I think it's going to be a great choice. So that is my essential war game. Or war games. Next on my essential list is my essential deck building game, which is El Dorado. This is also kind of a race game where 2 to 4 players in around 45 minutes, lightly, rules-wise and everything else-wise, are trying to be the first ones to get through the jungle and get to the famed city of El Dorado. I know, it's not as impressive as you thought it would be. Welcome to the jungle. We've got cards and caves. In this jungle, you are this treasure hunter who's trying to get all the way to the El Dorado city. To move anywhere on the board, you have to play a card matching the space you want to move into. Or you can use cards as money to get better cards. That's where the deck building comes in. 2 really cool parts about this game beside deck building is the modular board that you can create your own or use preset ones, or the cave expansion, where if you land near the cave, you get treasure. El Dorado is a unique deck building game because it comes with a board that you can interact with. Deck building is quite unique there, and the race aspect makes it a standout in the deck building world for me, and quite essential, as you've guessed. Also, next one is going to be the essential 2-player game for me. My essential 2-player game is going to be Agent Avenue. Agent Avenue can be played with even up to 4 players, but mainly you're going to play it with 2. It's a quick game that takes 2 minutes to play and is very light. Merci. Agent Avenue is a bluffing game where, moving on this board, you're trying to catch the other player. The basic rules are very simple. I will pick 2 cards, one face up, one face down, and now you have to pick which one you're going to use for your movement. The other one is going to be mine. Well, Mr. Cyrus, which one are you going to pick?
The left one.
This one?
Yeah.
I'm going to move 4, you're going to move 0! However, if Mr. Cyrus would get another sentinel later on, he would move 2 spaces. Or if he gets the 3rd sentinel, he would move 6 spaces. Or you can play the advanced option where if you land on these corner spaces, you get one of these cards from the market which have a special ability. And that's it! You can teach it in less than a minute. It works great with 2, can be played with more, and I love bluffing games. That's why it's my essential 2-player game. Another essential game on my list is going to be a party game. Party, party, party. Where is... Oh, here's my essential party game. Catch Sketch is a 3 to 6 player party game that takes 20 minutes to play and is very light. All you do in this game is draw and guess. For example, you and Mr. Cyrus are gonna be the guessers. You're gonna draw a card and show it to me. Now, I need to try to draw it before anyone else can, because if I am the first one to draw it, I get to take the one. And if you guess it correctly, I'm gonna get the most points. What is it, Mr. Cyrus?
Monopoly.
No, really, what is it?
Basketball.
Oh, great! I get points. Ooh, I thought you're not gonna get that. That is basketball. Basket and ball. If the first player's drawing was not guessed, then the second player gets a chance. Is that basketball? On each of the cards there's this little fella right here. If you cover him with your finger when showing the card, the drawing is going to be easier. If you want it harder, just turn it around. This is the only game I know where a grown person from laughter has fallen out of his chair and just couldn't stop laughing. This is fun, and especially if you can't draw. And if everyone's laughing, that's an essential game on my list. And the last game on my list is going to be the social game. To keep things spicy, this is going to be my social game. It's not a social deduction game, but a bluffing game. Remember I said I like those? This is for 2 to 6 players, light, just like the rest of my list, and is around 20 minutes long. In this game, all you do is play a card face down and claim that it's 2 wasabi. In Spicy, you're trying to get rid of cards from your hand, meanwhile trying to catch a player when he's bluffing about the cards he played to score the whole pile. Mine. When starting out a new pile, you have to play 1, 2, 3 of a spice you want. For example, 3 wasabi, or you can claim that it's 3 wasabi. Then everybody else have to play wasabi cards, or claim that they're playing wasabi cards. Whenever somebody plays a card on top of the pile, anybody, well preferably those ones who are actually playing, can put their hand in the pile and say, "You're lying, it is not 4 wasabi." Then if you caught them in the lie, you get all those cards points. But if they were not lying and that was 4 wasabi, they laugh gleefully and collect the pile as their points. I love how I always think everybody's lying, even if they're not. So this is my essential social game. What are your essential games? And this is pretty much so my essential light games list. Do you like lighter games? Do you not? Because I feel the lighter games are easier to get to table, play more often, hence they are my essential games. Did I miss any? Did you like Giannis's games better than mine? It's okay, you can tell me in the comments. I can take it. Okay, I'll go read some comments then. Oh, one last thing. Don't forget to support our channel, and huge thanks to everyone who already does. Thank you for watching and see you next time in the comments.